So these things sound great, right? I mean, to me, they sound really great. And in that seminar, when I was sitting there, and the goosebumps I was telling you about is it happened when, you could leverage debt. You could get mortgages and the tenant would be paying down, servicing these notes. You could have property managers doing all of this and not take any of your time. That's absolutely remarkable. Well, let's talk about some of the things that aren't so remarkable, right? Time to manage. You hear this all the time. I don't want to fix toilets. I don't want to chase down rent. I don't want to talk to renters, right? There are ways around this. Getting the right property management company team member to be with you mitigates that. It does take time. Even when you are 100% stabilized, you still have to invest a little bit of time. When I tell the people that I work with, and for our portfolio as well too, looking at about an hour or 2 hours a month when you are running efficiently. So there's still some time to put in. If you are sweat equity, it is a lot of time. It is toilets in the middle of the night. It is leaking roofs. It is, depending on what area you're in, pipes freezing. So this is something that could happen, but you can create the solution that you don't have to worry about that stuff. Bad partnerships, that's a downfall on single family. Many investments, but it's also there for single families as well too. Making sure that you're partnering with the right people. You're listening to the right people. Make sure that they have results and not guessing. So watch out for bad partnerships. Market, if you're in the wrong market, that could affect you drastically. In this book right here, I wrote about my first real estate experience, and I had purchased a property, and it was 07, rolling into 08, and I found the house. I didn't find I didn't do the outside in approach. So you find the right areas like this, and then we find the house. Well, I had found the house, and it was the wrong area. I bought the house in 07, 08. Everything went poof. Well, the whole area went poof. The school system was gone. The jobs were gone. Everything was gone. So the market can affect you. That's why I tell everybody it's the outside in approach. Find the market, the stable market, and then you find the house. That's why we invest in certain markets that have long lived the test of economic swings and market swings. Pay to play. Cash and credit without taking the sweat equity route. So it does require money to make money. And I'm sure you've heard that all before. And when we look at this, for me, when I began, it was, I didn't have time and I didn't have money. I didn't have either. I had a job. I didn't have any cash built up, but I found my way through it. And I did that through sweat equity. I did that through building relationships. And as a physician, you don't have the ability to do that. You don't have the energy to do that. So that may be a downfall of single family residential. And again, that's why I say build relationships, get around the people who are doing this. There is a path forward that doesn't require you to put the sweat equity piece in it. If you have the capital, you then build relationships. So you have the capital, you have the credit in order to leverage these mortgages. You have what it takes to do this. Some people don't. Some people may have to go the sweat equity route. Liability in court. So different ways that you can set up LLCs to mitigate your risk. When it comes down to it, is it sweat equity piece versus the property management piece? Your property management team can make or break you. Even in property management scenarios, I know this personally, you still have to go to court if you were to go to small claims. I have attorneys that represent us, and there are still times, depending on how the court system works, what area you're in, I'm still required to go to court sometimes. And at that point, it's just not worth it. I'm not going to spend my time to chase after $1,500 or something. But there is some time that's required, some liability, making sure that you are titling your properties correctly, using the LLC to mitigate your liability risk as well too, and always having the proper insurance as well. Debt. We talk about leveraging good debt to create this arbitrage or cash flow. That's what makes this remarkable. But you are acquiring debt, and that can go across your personal financial statement as global debt. So that's just a downfall as well too. Ultimately, I feel that the pros outweigh the cons, and I'm happy to explain this more. Again, these are my personal opinions and perspective on this stuff. Hopefully that's helpful, but I do want to ask you, what's keeping you from taking action now? I'm sure that you know you need to replace your income. You're not going to be trading time for money all the time. I know there are people around you who are investing in real estate already. What's keeping you from doing it?